What's going on, everybody? I am Jabby Kaway, joined by Achara Kirk.
What's up?
And we are watching Succession Season 3, Episode 3. Thanks so much for joining. This episode is called The Disruption. If you're joining us on YouTube, you are seeing a cut-down version of our reaction, as we can only show a limited amount of picture-in-picture, but if you'd like to watch the whole thing with us without any cuts or interruptions, head over to our Patreon page or become a member of this channel. You'll get access to the full uncut reaction. You'll just need your own Max subscription, so you can open up each episode side by side with our reaction. We'll give you a 3-2-1 countdown sync, and it's like you're watching it with two of your favorite pals from the internet. If you're watching on Patreon or memberships already, thanks so much for supporting us here. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and pretty please vote this up. Let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. Let's go.
The DOJ and I are in contact about the terms of my immunity deal. Does not look good for them.
Wow. Right.
All that's on background.
Who's this lady again? I forgot.
She's a reporter.
And in terms of your family business, one question that people do have is about your siblings. So where are they in this? Have you managed to stay close with them?
You know, sure. Absolutely.
I'm scared for him, really.
I'm just really happy in my headspace. And I hope they're happy in theirs.
I get scared. Like, the thing is, when you're talking to press like that, like, you never know what they're gonna say about you. You know, you think you come across one way.
Oh, believe me, I know. Like, as someone who's experienced that a little bit, you just never know how something's gonna get interpreted.
Exactly. And they're applying their own judgment and layers on top of it. And he's coming across, like she said, you know, like he really wants to control the narrative.
Everything has to be scandalous in some way or fashion in order to get people's attention, right? Otherwise, why would you read it? You wouldn't read about someone just having some eggs and everything went well. Everything has to be like effectively negative so that people will have, you know, some reason to feel intrigued with the article or story. And so she's going to try to exploit that at every nook and cranny that seems slightly off, and, you know, put that on under a magnifying glass.
Yeah.
What, are you checking the chain of command?
No.
What does he mean by plant a flag, huh? Please, don't f***ing hover.
In terms of getting proactive, Hugo had Frankton's put together some full-page responses.
Number of pledges, we can figure out the verbiage, and the tagline, we get it.
That's terrible.
Okay.
Everybody cooperates.
I don't do that dance.
We don't accept service. In an hour, there's going to be 2 agents here to serve you, and while they're at it, they could subpoena you to the grand jury.
F*** 'em.
Okay.
That's effective.
Tell him to f*** off.
Really great way to handle it.
FBI, hands up. Hey, how's it going? It's looking pretty bad with the investigation, and Logan says we have to take these cyanide pills, the whole team.
Whatever. Tic Tacs.
It's a mint, you doofus. Can I show you something? Yeah. Come on. Leggy Princeling of ATN. You deserve a new office. What do you think?
It's not very nice.
That's rude. Rude boy. It's your new place.
Is he being serious right now?
Tonight, I'm actually seeing a pal to get an objective take on my situation. And if you want, I can fold you in.
Okay, I'll try to come. I want to come.
Is this really his new office? I can't tell how real he's being.
I don't know.
It would be totally controlled business interview.
Someone like Shiv sharing some memories about your dad.
I think I'm best placed neutralizing Kendall.
Okay, well, you or someone like you.
But not Roman.
Guys, it is game time. The game is good tweet, bad tweet.
Oh no.
Allies don't always come in the form we like, but what Kendall Roy did was important and brave.
Boom! That's the shit. All right. Bad tweet.
Oh no.
I kind of want a Kendall Roy. Bad tweet, bad tweet.
I'm scared that one of these bad tweets is going to put him in a bad mood.
Crazy guilt coupled with addiction. That's all this is, and
right there.
Sad.
And that seemed like it affected him for real for a fleeting moment.
Yeah. Oh. Hello, sister.
Hey, I wanted to say, I think I'm right. I am right. But I maybe threw a couple of ugly rocks. I'm just trying to be...
Trying to apologize?
More thoughtful now.
I'm tired of all this shit too, and I'm pushing for change.
They made you get all dressed up for this?
Or do you not actually give a f? and it's all just ego.
Look at this. It's you now. I'm sorry for you, Siobhan.
They did a subtle thing there where the camera switched to the other side for their over the shoulders to give you a sense of like there's something new happening here.
Right, yeah.
Logan seems like a business-oriented guy. What's something special that you and your dad enjoy doing together?
Next question.
Okay. What was a time that your dad came to your aid when you really needed him?
No, I'm not doing that one.
He's gonna X all the questions.
Yeah.
How about you, Lead? Is there some sort of childhood story that you'd like to tell?
Oh no.
I got a memory in the old Bankiola. It's a fly fishing in Montana, if that interests you.
Thank you, Mr. Roy.
God.
He's always so disinterested.
Yeah.
Do you trust me
On what?
on all this hullabaloo?
Can we talk?
Yes, we can talk.
You tried to put your son in prison.
I put Jerry in, but I can't trust her. She's optics. I need you. I didn't know about any of this shit.
Really?
The government does have an unbelievable amount of leverage at its disposal, Dad.
Yeah, the law. The law is people, and I can handle the people.
That's interesting.
Guys, I'm gonna put on Sophia Woby. It looks like she tore me one.
No, you can't handle this.
Let's turn for a moment to Kendall Roy, my favorite white man.
She fucking loves me.
Kendall
She
Roy
loves
suffers
me.
from a severe case
This is
of
love.
what doctors call Caucasian rich brain. What
Okay.
happens is genetically inherited wealth and whiteness can cause neural pathways in the brain to constrict and make the patient believe he's woke when he's just a total f***ing jackass.
I feel like I should go on.
No.
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 There's a couple ways to counter backlash, and it might not be the best.
Backlash. This is being in the conversation.
This is very Trump. his like the way he's thinking about all
Yeah.
this. Actually, that's not true. Trump would take issue with everything she said.
Is Kendall coming into Waystar?
I don't think so. How is your guy?
How is my guy?
So Kendall's coming into Waystar.
You know, we talked about if what comes out does come out in terms of the investigation, and he said it's very difficult to see a world in which this John Doe doesn't go to jail. I did have one dumb idea. I go to your dad and I offer myself up as the beating post.
No, honey. You can't. But it is smart.
Okay.
You know, it's very likely that no one goes to prison.
Uh-huh.
Either way, you bank gold with my dad.
Right.
The offer is kind of genius.
But he's your husband.
For when I could be done in less than a year.
But no, you can't, Tom. Jesus, everyone's doing fucking somersaults for him right now.
Tom screwed.
Yeah.
I don't know how you have a positive out for Tom.
I know.
What's posted in this photo? Flashing gang signs outside of Sean Shores. Poor Kenny.
He's like really obsessed with this stuff.
I can't tell if he's like narcissistic or I have no idea.
Well, I mean, he's not wrong. He's in the conversation. I don't know how well it still holds true, but like the old adage, no press is bad press.
Oh, yeah.
Or any press is good press.
Good press,
Yes,
yeah.
or whatever the saying is. You know what I'm saying, right? Just being in the conversation is what's important.
Maybe there's no repercussions, but if not, there will probably need to be a face or two behind bars. If you need to strategize, I can be that guy.
He's handling this conversation very well.
I won't wriggle. Just clunk the trout on the head and put it in your pouch.
It won't come to that. Thank you, Tom.
Shiv was right.
Are you going to get more cooperative now that you've set the
It's a
table?
witch hunt. The prosecutors are going to regret any time or money they spend on it.
You know, when this thing broke, the whole thing was Logan Roy's going down.
I would like to know that no one's going to shit their pants if I hang tough.
Facebook is full of photos of you and the boss at CPAC and Davos. It hits a demographic we have to worry about.
I'm quite willing to do the same to him.
Maybe the president has not been feeling like your coverage has been very helpful or truthful lately.
It could get a lot fucking worse.
Oh.
We have the same interest here. Can you lower the temperature? And I'll see what I can do.
Sure. That's all I need.
That was nice scene work.
She was really powerful.
Yeah, she's strong.
I have my speech all set. Do we even really need to have questions?
Well, we did say we wanted to answer questions.
Oh, fuck no. This will make him shit at Pop-Tarts.
No, I think there's like 3 here we can use.
It's going to be a very, very short Q&A.
Yeah.
Going
Culkin. What the fuck?
Yeah, I can't let him dominate the battle space, Lisa. My sister's making moves. I can't just watch it happen. I'll call you in 40, Lisa. You're the boss here. All right. And let's commit to a Wobie.
A Wobie?
The woman, right? The one who did the piece on him.
Get his building services. If he comes from me, he's fired.
Firing, you would be handing DOJ a gas can. Want me to get outside counsel on the line? Front desk says he's pulling up.
I don't want people seeing him. Keep him the fuck out!
Oh my god.
You probably can't keep him out of the town hall, correct? He's headed for the freight.
Fine. Bring him up in the dumb way like a hamburger.
Oh my god.
I want a hamburger now.
Good to see you, man. Hey, man.
So awkward.
Do you have an immunity deal with DOJ? Do you?
It's good we can kid around like this.
Mm-hmm.
I like you. And I have no beef with you, Tom. Another life is possible, brother.
Oh my god.
A little shopping list. Good. You gonna come back stat?
I can do that.
What time does the town hall start?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay. What?
What?
Just checking in.
Ah! He's scary.
I know you.
What the hell?
This is a little intimidating.
That was so crazy.
So if you're ready.
Will my dad be there? Undermining my authority?
He'll be nearby, emphasizing your authority.
So Kendall's like the Joker who's going to disrupt everything, basically.
Yes.
And now please welcome our new domestic president, Siobhan Roy.
Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you, Carolina.
Oh wow, everyone's here.
I'm Siobhan Roy, Waystar's new president of domestic operations. I know that some of you have concerns, and I'm here to tell you, we get it.
Oh, they went with it, I guess.
Yeah.
We are going to identify them and implement.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, what?
The Joker has arrived.
Wow. That was a real Joker move.
Damn.
Sorry, Pinky. Now do you see?
Oh my god, is this a good idea?
He is in absolute wild card mode right now.
Hey, so where are the writers at?
Generally writers and gaps,
Oh, no,
really.
generally, but I knew a guy at the Lampoon who knows Dylan. Can I just find them to say hi? I might pitch a couple of areas for the Gigglebots.
Oh, well, we don't really have time.
Oh gosh. She doesn't
Yeah.
know what
Well, she's
to
a
do.
PA.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, PAs are so important, but have so little respect.
He wanted us all to appear on a talk show. I'm sure you're being asked, so this is just us very clearly saying that we're not a part of Kendall's thing. You would have to say it's accurate.
Yeah, accurate like Oswald was accurate.
I want us all to sign it for release to media tonight.
Oh gosh.
History of his own problematic relations with women.
Which of those isn't true?
No, it's accurate, you know, but this would be out there. Dad want for all of us to do this?
It's more powerful that comes from all three of us.
She's angry.
Yeah.
She feels slighted hard, and she wants blood.
Yeah.
That's not a reason, Roman.
Take me to reason court and f***ing sue me.
Roman, we all have to do things we don't want to sometimes.
I just don't. This is not in my best interest.
Good for you, Roman.
Connor?
Well, I don't want to be a bitch.
I want you guys to hit me. Yes. Just Rickles the f out of Etta Pussy here. I can take it.
It's just the show, so.
Yeah. It's the show.
Hey.
Hey.
Ken, can I grab you?
These are the writers.
It's like he's drunk.
He's young.
I'm not sure why this has gone.
Drunk
I'm
on
just seeing
stupid.
it now, but
Okay.
we should.
Oh my god. So much ammunition. Oh my god, dude.
Is the world seeing this or just basically us?
Yeah, the whole world.
Uh-huh. Can we ask them not to use it tonight? Will they mention it?
They will, and you just literally gave them permission.
Yeah, but it's not private.
No.
No.
Okay.
Get out.
Can I still go on?
No.
I feel like I still go on. Right?
You're gonna get ripped to shreds.
It is big of you to come here. We want to be fair.
Totally. I'm game.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
That's okay.
There's just a possibility with all the legal of it that I might have to bow out, but we're good.
What?
You're gonna call Jay-Z and get him to do the show in 15 minutes?
A name. I can do that.
No. I think you're overthinking this. It's a comedy show. We're gonna have fun.
He walked into this himself.
Okay.
Great.
He's gonna run.
God.
I don't know. There's like no good way out.
Yeah.
If he runs, it's bad. If he stays, it's bad.
Everything's bad. He just stepped into this situation voluntarily. This is always happening to him. It's like, oh yeah, I have a great idea. Oh no, now it sucks. Because my family did something.
Oh, he's bailing.
I saw your little interview.
Oh, right, yeah, we don't have to dissect that.
Why, my daddy. I never figured you for a faggot.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And the pussy has ghosted my ass. And I'm like heartbroken because I had so many names I was going to call him. Paranoid Kendrick.
He's gonna run out there?
I am deeply concerned for the well-being of my brother. Our entire family has support.
Oh, he's just gonna stay.
I've now been a direct witness to his misogynistic rants and comparisons to world historical figures that were suggestive of grandiose and disordered thinking. And I would ask that people give my brother privacy.
Wow.
The FBI is downstairs. This is a show of resolve, and there are cameras outside, and they do not need to see the FBI meeting any resistance.
What do we say?
Let them up. What choice do you have?
I know, there's no options.
Cooperate. Open up. Let them in. Let's go.
What do you do?
The show must go on.
It would seem that some agents of federal law enforcement are raiding the premises right now. So if you see them, that's what that is.
Just like that.
FBI is currently raiding Rockstar headquarters in Lower Manhattan in a further twist.
Ooh.
All right.
Everybody's playing their cards.
There's a little detail that kind of flew over my head a little bit. Why did the FBI decide to raid now and not sooner? What changed? They said something in the dialogue of Logan spoke to someone and that spooked someone at the DOJ or something like that.
Right, the lady that he spoke to. The one that worked for the president, perhaps? I don't know.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
also just all of Logan's...
At Bunker.
Yeah.
Okay.
And all of Logan's behavior where he wouldn't allow the people to serve the papers and all of that.
Right, he was avoiding the subpoena.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think.
So they're just getting more aggressive with their tactic then?
Yeah. Just
Gotcha.
like let us in.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, I mean,
That had nothing to do with Kendall though, right?
the FBI.
Directly. Like in that moment, there was nothing Kendall did, like, because he was in the car asking for a raid of some kind, remember? Is that what he was talking about?
I don't know.
Do you remember the conversation? He was in the car right before he goes, yeah, I get it, you're the boss.
Yeah.
Who was he talking to in that moment? Was he talking
His
to
lawyer.
his lawyer?
Yeah.
Any connection?
He's trying to work on immunity.
No, I understand
right?
that. But when he asked for a raid, is that what he was talking about?
I don't know.
Okay, so you don't know what raid he was talking about
No,
then?
I have no idea.
Okay, cool. So we're on the same page
Yeah.
in terms of confusion there.
No, like a lot of the time, I'll be honest with you, a lot of the time, a lot of this like lawyery stuff, this law stuff, business stuff, like I said in the previous episode, like sometimes I struggle with keeping up with it because, you know, it's not something that, I kind of is part of my everyday life. You know what I mean? Like this isn't a sphere that I'm used to.
Sure.
This type of jargon isn't something that I'm used to.
Okay, let's not dwell on that.
Right. What I was gonna say was, once again, it's always the like relationships and the familial relationships that keeps me interested, and it's just kind of fascinating to see the power plays that they're doing within the family and like between the siblings and stuff. Like who's willing to fight dirty and who's not, because it's fascinating to me that while Roman Roy can be a bit of a dick on the surface, like underneath he's the guy who's like not willing to switch sides from his dad. He's also unwilling to sign a letter that is basically a character assassination against his older brother.
Well, what's consistent with a lot of the characters in the show that is not Logan, that is not Kendall, that is not Shiv, is that people are often just trying to maintain a shield and protect themselves, you know, in lieu of the fire that's going on around them.
Right.
That's all they're trying to do is survive. You know, everybody's just trying to like, okay, which one is going to impact me the least and hurt me the least? That's everyone's move in the show. That isn't the main people who are duking it out. everyone else is just caught in the crossfire is like effectively collateral damage into a situation that they are not driving. You know, Roman could have an effect on the outcome of stuff, but he is behaving just like everybody else, like everyone else who's in that room, just going, okay, that is too aggressive. That's too abrasive. I'm not doing that move. You know, I'm not gonna.
So you think that it's more of a self-preservation?
I think everybody's about self-preservation.
Caring about his brother and how that information being out in the public might affect him.
He might care. I mean, he certainly cared when his brother was, you know, doing drugs with those rando hooligans.
Yeah.
And he went to go get them. But the show does a lot of blanketing of what's actually happening with the characters inside, right? Like throughout this entire episode, I thought about it, we didn't spend too much time with Kendall just like in his own space, not interacting with a bunch of people, going on his ego rants, like me, spotlight on me, oh, this is fun. Like, we didn't spend any time away from that. So I have no idea what's actually going on with him internally at all. All I know is we saw a real thing going on when he saw that letter.
Yeah, no, that was a really great moment when he was just walking down the corridor of that show, and you just see all of the different emotions play out on his face when he finally reads that letter, and just like the gravity of the situation, and what it means as he's walking through. I thought that was incredible acting on his part.
Well, the whole time he's been doing great.
Yeah.
I mean, he has these subtle things that he decides to do as an actor that feel very real. And I mean, I can't tell, because I'm not as familiar with him outside of this show, right?
Yeah.
So I can't tell how much of that is him and how much of that is tools he's employing for this character. Because when he walked up to Shiv and her ex-lover at the party, there was a way he was moving about that just reeked of, I'm a people pleaser, I want to be liked by everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
And I mean, I think that's something that is so consistent with his character throughout, right? Like, he always wants to be perceived as like the cool guy, as the it guy, and that's why he wanted so badly to be on this show, you know, to kind of get ahead of it and show like, oh yeah, like I can take a joke, I'm cool. When that open letter comes out, it's like, ooh, she was really going for it with him, and it hurt too much, and he couldn't do that. And that's why I was kind of wondering, like, does he have a narcissistic personality, or is it just, as you say, that he just so badly wants to be loved and accepted and appreciated? And I mean, if you look at his childhood with his dad and everything, I guess it kind of makes sense, where he's kind of like, please look at me, like,
sure.
I want to receive validation.
He's totally unhinged right now. Ever since that interaction with his father on the boat in the end of season 2, he just went on a new path, and he's been on that path. And I can't tell how much of that is informed by just being an egomaniac, and how much of it is a thoughtful thing of like, if I'm in the conversation, I'm doing something effective.
Right.
Whether it's good press, bad press, there's no such thing as bad press for him. It's like, I'm being talked about. That's effectively what happened. I made the comparison to Trump because that's effectively what happened with him. Like, the media jumped all over it, and so he was constantly the head of all the newspaper headlines.
Yeah.
He was like the leading story all the time. Anything he would do, it played in his favor. Whether he realizes it or not, it always played in his favor.
Right.
You know, he's just relishing in all of that in all of the press. Now, the thing with Siobhan was very interesting because she felt personally attacked. Like, this is her moment. She's president now, and she's gonna have her, like, you know, talk to the town hall meeting, and he just completely ruined it for her.
Yeah, like she was severely undermined by him.
Yeah.
And like in that moment, you really see just kind of the sibling relationship there as well, you know, where it's like, oh my God, I can't believe my brother did this to me. Like, what a dick move.
Yeah. And she wanted to hurt him. Like, she wanted blood.
Yeah.
And she did the worst possible thing, which she might regret later. You know, we'll see. Because I think what she did was way worse than what he did.
Yeah.
I think that, like...
Well, like I said, it was a character assassination.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't know a great way to put this. He gave her a paper cut and she chopped his head off.
Yeah.
In my view, like, I get that her rep was, like, messed with in that moment, but she went no holds barred completely. I don't know if you can come back from that. Maybe. But, like, she went all the way.
Yeah, she went hard.
Yeah, like you need to, she's just putting a total stop to this in her mind. But now the FBI's at their door. There's a part of me that was hoping that Kendall was going to go back out there. Like when she said he's a no-show, I was half hoping that he was just going to run out there and do something kind of crazy.
Yeah, me too, actually, because he's right there, but like it completely destroyed him. Like whatever it was that Shiv set out to do, it worked.
Yeah.
Because it messed him up.
Yeah, there's two thoughts that run through my head when I'm watching this. Often they come back. Is number one is like there's no unity here. Everyone is out for themselves.
Yeah.
Constantly. Like we saw that in the previous episode where he was trying to unite his siblings and they just weren't having it. And then secondly is what scares me even more is you see how people at the highest levels are just people and they're just as, I don't know, spoiled or emotionally volatile as anyone else at a lower level. And
sometimes worse though. It's almost like they're so immature.
Right. Yes. And so what I'm saying is, it's scary to me that these are the people who hold the keys to all the power.
Right.
You know,
yeah.
That's what freaks me out. I mean, I don't know how much of this is drawing upon real life, but it does not surprise me in the slightest if it is. You know, you watch something like Wolf of Wall Street, something, you know, events that have affected so many people's lives, and the Enron situation, you know, it's like, these are the people in charge, these party heads, these crazy, hostile, volatile, selfish individuals. These are the people who run the country. Obviously, they're not doing it through the justice system. They're doing it through the media, but that's almost worse or just as effective. That's what scares me when I watch this show. I'm like, these people probably do exist.
Yeah.
You know, who are very selfish.
Very selfish,
yeah.
And like they're just petulant children who just don't realize that what they're doing has an effect on other people. And I mean, you see that even with Logan Roy and the way that the company talked about these people on the cruises, like they're not important.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's just this disregard for other humans and other lives.
I've wondered when he was in that room, the back room with all the patch cables and stuff. I was wondering if that was on HBO's premises somewhere.
Oh.
Like, because you know, Nakatomi Plaza is actually owned by 20th Century Fox. You and I went there, right?
Yeah.
So they just shot Die Hard there. It made me wonder how much of this is shot in HBO's like actual office.
Could be, why not?
You know, yeah, it's just funny to me. What was cool about this episode from a cinematography standpoint or, you know, just a visual standpoint was some of the subtle things that they were doing, because the first time I noticed it in this season, I would say, is when Kendall and Shiv were talking at the party.
Yeah.
The camera decided to switch sides because it was on their Shiv's left side and then it switched to Shiv's right side.
That's really cool filmmaking stuff that like I don't really pick up on, but like specifically, but I definitely felt the shift that you were talking about.
Well, it's subtle. Those are things that most people aren't aware of. Well, when it happens, it has some kind of effect on your psychologically.
Yeah.
And so you got a different side of Shiv for that moment, a different side of Kendall for that moment. And I just thought that was really, really cool. They have subtle things they do like that throughout the show. I don't pick up on a lot of it because I'm just engaged in the drama.
Yeah.
But there was something like that with when right before he said we will comply, Logan. It's just like the shots. I don't know. I have to watch it again to be able to study it and
but there
understand.
Was something there.
There was something there. Yeah. I thought that was really interesting because, you know, Logan is so used to having options and power, and for the first time, he was put into a situation where he really had no out.
Yeah.
He had nothing.
Like he just, the best choice was he had to comply. And
Yeah.
I really appreciated Jerry in that moment as well. Because, you know, Logan is having his Logan response
Tantrum,
where he's
yeah.
like, now tell them they can't come in. It's like, no, dude, it's the FBI.
Yeah.
You have to let them in. Otherwise, this is going to be so much worse for you. And she like really laid it out for him. And then he's like, okay, fine, Mom. I will. you know?
I mean, that's her role.
Yeah.
is fire putting out.
But I'm also very curious about what's going to happen with Tom now, because, you know, he did offer himself up as the sacrificial lamb, which seemed to please Logan quite a bit. But then he made that phone call to, you know, speak to a lawyer
it's the same
or
thing.
something like that.
It's the same thing. It's self-preservation.
Yeah. And so I'm just really curious to see how that's going to play out, because, you know, the seed has been planted. And I wonder if the conversation that he had with that friend of his, at like before Shiv came home and found him really drunk, I wonder if his friend was kind of like, okay, here's the play that you're gonna do. And
maybe.
So I'm curious to see how that is gonna play out.
That's entirely possible. Yeah. I mean, I found it quite curious that he decided to stay involved with Shiv. That surprised me, and so it wouldn't surprise me if we find out later on this is all just a play.
Yeah, I don't know, because he is definitely a guy, who has had to work his way up or sleep his way up, if you will. He likes his rich lifestyle. And so perhaps it's just a case of like, well, I want to preserve that as much as possible because I've gotten used to this kind of lifestyle now, and that's what I want. Like, I want to be old money.
There's a lot of stuff that we're not being told.
Yeah.
And so it's good. It's good. It's like the all-knowing writer or narrator, has information we don't have, and it's sort of like kind of revealing it a little bit at a time. That's why I was like, this would be so interesting to read as a novel, just to get some even more thoughts on what's happening scene to scene. You guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed that. I'm Jabby Kawai. This is
Achara Kirk.
Peace out.